So, everybody, the latest drama is that Chris Watts killed his children twice. Right? But that's not what the DA says. I think if he had to kill them once, and then they came to, and then he had to kill them again, they'd be a lot more damaged, there'd have been a lot more crying. Surely, with the silence of night, because, early in the morning, it would have been dark, someone would have heard these children screaming, because when they actually, after being smothered once, coming to, don't you think they would have been rather frightened of their dad? Anyway, this is what he says at court.
They both died from smothering. Let me say that again. The man seated to my right smothered his daughters. Celeste had no such injuries. In fact, she had no external injuries at all. But according to the medical examiner, she was smothered nonetheless.
Wouldn't the coroner have noticed that the children had been smothered twice? I mean, how can you smother two children to death, but they come to, and then you smother them again? And in fact, well, anyway, on to the next bit.
The defendant then methodically and calmly loaded their bodies into his work truck, not in a hasty or disorganized way. He was seen from the neighbor's doorbell camera, backing his truck into the driveway, going back and forth into the house and back out to the truck 3 different times, 1 time for each of their bodies. He then drove them away from their family home 1 final time, intent on hiding any evidence of the crimes that he had just committed.
Oh my goodness, I mean, I'm sorry, just slowing the footage down should be running through the video just at slow pace. This is what happens when you run through it. I mean, look, the man is morphing in front of you into different versions of him and different... Look at that. It's so hard not to see this stuff. I'm sorry. If you had your own footage, you would not be doing this. I mean, just look at that. There's a line. Look, they've cut their heads off. You can't even make out who anybody is sitting there. And look, they've cut their heads off. You don't have any idea what you're looking at. And I mean, there's a police officer there walking across, but actually he completely disappears. Look, here. Where's he gone? There's that line. This is not real. This scene is not real. Oh my goodness, did you see the face of that person? Oh my goodness, anyway. There's so many things going on in there. I could probably spend hours. I mean, look at this. Just look at their faces. What's this? Anyway, just look at how he's changing. Oh, and guess what? He's got glasses on. He's got glasses on. He's got glasses on. Oh my goodness, come on. Every now and again, the glasses come through. Anyway, this is Chris Watts' solicitor. Well, I think it is. I don't know what it is because look. Look at that. Come on, everybody. Oh. Do you see why it's so hard to stop? Because no matter what, you keep seeing things that just don't look right. I mean, look at that! Look at that, everybody! Where are they? Watching! Sorry, there's those glasses again. I can't work out how many people he's changing into. Look at that solicitor down here. This is just unbelievable. Oh yeah, that's supposed to be a police officer there. Anyway, look, there's supposed to be people there. Look at it. Anyway, we will be going on to the next bit.
He was seen from the neighbor's doorbell camera, backing his truck into the driveway, going back and forth into the house and back out to the truck 3 different times. 1 time for each of their bodies. He then drove them away from their family home 1 final time, intent on hiding any evidence of the crimes that he had just committed.
How come this person has not retracted that statement that they made in court? Because it's not correct, and they lied. Because they never saw any footage, and they never saw the bodies being carried out, because now we know that they went to the oil tanks alive. So this whole statement in court is incorrect and has not been righted. Even in this, look, I just stopped the footage, right? And Tammy's face. Look at her face. Look at her face. I just stopped it. Look at that. There's a face on there. Anyway, my feeling about this is now when I look at it, because don't forget, when we were all watching this, it was the drama unfolding in front of us, so we were all watching to see what was going on. I don't think they read him his rights. I don't see in any of these videos, I don't remember them saying, I think you need to call a solicitor, or we can't continue really because you need a solicitor present, because when you're going to be found out for murdering people, then usually you're offered a solicitor. I don't remember really hearing it. I can't see how this is just all utterly bizarre. For all the things that they couldn't get him to do, suddenly someone comes into prison, they write a book and he's telling everybody, even though like he's in public population in the prison, and it's probably would have made his life 1,000,000 times worse in the prison. What I mean is, for this stage, so the polygraph test has happened, they know they're saying that something's wrong, that he's lying, and at this point a solicitor should have been called for him. He didn't get anything. He just carried on and interrogating him. But he at that point should have had a solicitor present. I just feel this is very weird, sorry. I just don't get this till he admits to something so huge that the police aren't called, because he's now admitting to something so huge. Yeah, it's a bit in the media, but why aren't Tammy and Graham visiting? Why aren't they going back then? You know, part of the drama. But anyway, none of this case adds up. I'm sorry, it just doesn't.
So, it is completely clear that you were not honest during the testing, and I think you already know that. You did not pass the polygraph test.
Okay.
Okay. So now we need to talk about what actually happened. I feel like you're probably ready to do that.
I didn't lie to you on that polygraph, I promise.
Chris,
I know.
Chris, stop. It's time. Just stop for a minute. Take a deep breath. I want you to take a deep breath right now.
There's a reason you feel sick to your stomach. And when people hold stuff inside, it makes you physically ill. And I can just tell on your face, I can tell from the second you walked in that you were wanting to just be honest during the testing, and I think you already know that. You did not pass the polygraph test.
Okay.
Okay. So now we need to talk about.
At this stage, because they know they're going to interrogate him more, because they feel he's guilty or not telling the truth, he should have been offered a solicitor at this very point. Not going on about holding feelings in and stuff like that. Something just so wrong, I'm sorry. I don't think they followed protocol there at all. As trying to finish this video at this point, just where I stopped the video, I just suddenly noticed how weird it all is. I mean, look. Just look at it all. What is this? Should we zoom in and have a look? Unscrambled zooms in. We can now see Graham through his head. Anyway, leave your comments below. Thank you.